Computer, okay. Are we recording? We are hopefully recording. Are we recording? We're recording. Okay. Awesome. Welcome, guys. So we have so many new people to Team Cup, and I am so excited about that. And I remember how terrifying that was to be totally new to Team Cup and not knowing what to expect. So I just want to put your fear at ease. This is going to be a fun experience. This is not going to be something that's going to suck, we're not going to let it overwhelm you. It's going to be a blast. February is going to be so much fun. We're going to thrive as a community. We're going to thrive in our businesses. We're going to thrive in our personal journey. And I am just so pumped that you guys are brave enough to sign up for a team. And I cannot wait to encourage you over the course of the next month, specifically as we lean into a season of hustle together. So the first thing that I want to do is just go over real quick exactly what Team Cup is, how it works, and how you earn points. So the way that you earn points is that for you get 1 point for every Success Club point. So if you sell a challenge pack, that's 2 points. So you would get 2 Success Club points. You get 2 Team Cup points. You get 3 points for every lifetime rank advancement. So if you are currently a regular coach and you have not advanced yet, when you advance to Emerald, your team gets 3 points. If you are an Emerald coach, the next rank up is Ruby. And if you need a visual of that, let me know and I'll send it to you. But that would be Ruby or Diamond. Most people skip Ruby and they go straight to Diamond. So you would get 3 points for rank advancing to Diamond. You also get 2 extra points for any coach that's registered for Summit. So if you are already registered, your team gets 2 points for that. And if you register in the month of February for Summit, you will get 2 points for that as well. So that's kind of the way the point structure works. Here is what we're working towards as a team. So the prizes are pretty bomb, I'm not gonna lie. So regardless of what your team does, if you yourself hit Success Club 5, then you will get this nifty, handy-dandy notebook, this Portion Fix cutting board, okay? That's your Success Club 5 prize. So automatically, if we're locking that in, no matter what anybody else does, you get this prize. So I think that's pretty fun. The second thing, this is something that I want us all to be pushing for, and we'll talk about goal setting here in a second, is this Transform 20 thermal shirt. So if all 5 members of your team hit Success Club, every person on the team gets both the cutting board and the Transform 20 shirt. And it goes on up. You know, if everybody on the team hits Success Club 10, you all get a tent, you all get a shirt, and you all get the cutting board. And then it goes on up and up from there. So you could, earn an amazing jacket. You could earn a VIP, be flown into headquarters and spend a weekend in headquarters and work out with super trainers and all kinds of fun stuff. So those are kind of the prizes. And I'm going to stop screen sharing so that I wanted to go over that real quick. So I want you to be thinking, I need to pull up my screen on the other side. I want you guys to be thinking of the questions specifically that you have about Team Cup. We're going to go through kind of what to do to get started and how to get prepared. So I'm minimizing our group chat. Hold on one second. Okay. So one thing I want you to think about, I want you to really take a second over the course of the next couple of days or even tonight. Think about why you're participating in Team Cup. Was it peer pressure? Hopefully not. Was it peer pressure? Was it a desire to grow as a coach? Was it a desire to financially provide for your family? What was the reason for signing up for Team Cup? So I would love if y'all wanted to pop those in the chat if you already know that right away. But knowing why you decided to do this in the first place is going to help you be centered over the next month. Because if your desire is to help people, this is really exciting because in February, you're going to help people. You're going to start somebody on their journey and get them to begin feeling better about their health, about their life, have a happier, positive experience in their world, and you were able to make that direct impact. So this is an exciting thing. So drop your whys in the comments. Some things to do right now. So this is your action list. So for those of you who are pen and paper note takers, this is for you. So what you want to do right now is print off your business activity trackers or whatever you want to use to track your business. So make sure that you have that ready, because in your group chats, you're going to be sharing those daily activity trackers. So I'm going to ask, or your leader, because I know we have Laurel, who is also a leader on one of the teams, she is going to ask, hey, how's everybody's tracker going? Post a picture of your tracker. This is a way for us to stay accountable. So your to-do is to print off your business activity tracker or have your system in place. Plug into our group chat every single day. So this means that you be that cheerleader that you want people to be for you. Be that support. We have lots of different scenarios on these teams. We have women who are working full-time jobs and juggling motherhood. We have people without kids who also work. We have stay-at-home moms. We have the whole gamut. So we are all bringing to the table something different, and we're all bringing to the table an opportunity to find a way to fit this into our schedule. And part of that is the group chat, making sure that you're staying plugged into that every day. So your business activity tracker, have that ready. Stay plugged into your group chat every single day. Be a leader, not a follower. So if you are doing things in your business that's working really well, share that. If you're struggling in an area of your business, then go research it. Go on YouTube and search invite ideas for challenge groups. Go on YouTube and search how to grow your following. If there are things that you don't know, then be a leader and go and seek out that information or ask in that group chat. And if you're leader of the group, so for example, hashtag me, if I have not posted in the group chat saying, where's everybody's trackers, be the leader. You say, Jordan, you stand up and say, girls, where's those trackers for today? I'm getting ready to do my power hour. Who's with me? How we done this today? And don't rely on me. We are doing this together. It's not a Rachel show. It's not a Laurel show. We are doing this because we want to work our business together. And so be a leader within the group chat, because every single one of you, there's nothing different between me and you. I've just been doing this a little bit longer. And so we're 5 different leaders in each team. So that's an exciting thing that you bring to the table to your specific team. We're going to set some goals. So this is your next to do, is setting goals and breaking them down week by week. So before I do that, I want to look at the chat, because we had a couple responses for why you're doing Team Cup. So really grow my business and help others. I'm doing it to grow my business and to help other people. So that's a reoccurring theme. We are all in it to help others, but also grow a business. So we're going to treat this seriously, like we are running a business out of our cell phone, which is so exciting that we get to do that. So goal setting. Now is the time, Nicole, where we're going to sit down and we're going to look at what we want to accomplish in the month of February. And if you're new, this can be really overwhelming. If you're someone who's been around for a long time, this can be really overwhelming. But this is an opportunity for you to say, I want this. I need to do this every week. So I'm going to show you how to break it down week by week so that you can have your big picture goal, but you can have a game plan and a strategy to reach that every week as you head into February. And this is something that you can implement in future months. So when I look at goal setting, there's so many different ways to do it. So I'm just going to give you an example of how I like to do it so that you can learn from that. Do it however you want, but what we will do is be sharing these goals in our Team Cup group page. So the page that Brooke and I are running together, you've probably seen that. Hopefully, if you're not in that group page, let us know and we'll get you added. But we are running this group page to help support both of our teams. What's neat is that we are going to do this thing called Ring the Bell. I don't know if y'all saw that post that I put up, but it's called Ring the Bell. So every time that you change a life, I want you to go in there and comment that person's name and whatever you sign them up with, and tell me a little bit about their goals, because that is what it's all about. And if you want to help people, ringing that bell and saying, I signed somebody up today, we want to celebrate that. And so the purpose in that is just that we can celebrate that success. And so make sure to be ringing that bell when you're in that page. Hold on, I got distracted by the chat. I'm doing this so I don't have to listen to my babe cry when oh, this is gonna make me cry. I don't have to listen to my babe cry when I have to leave to go to work. I want to be there for my girls way more. Love that, Allison. February is going to be a great month for you to work and push towards that goal. So I'm really excited. Thank you for sharing that. I love that. Okay, so goal setting. Here are my 5 areas that I recommend setting goals in. The first one is your personal journey. So this focuses, the first thing we want to do is focus on you, your goals, your health, your well-being. So what personal development are you reading? What program are you doing? What is your physical health goal for the month? And I'm going to share what I sat down and wrote out mine, so I'm going to show you how to apply this in a real life scenario. But you want to look at your mental well-being, your physical well-being, and whether you're being proof of the product. And so that's what that first kind of section is all about when you're thinking about your goal. So for me, my personal goal is I'm doing Transform 20. I want to kick butt the last 4 weeks of Transform 20. My personal development is I always try to do a me-focused personal development, and then I try to do a business-focused personal development. Some days I need more of one versus the other. If I'm really struggling as a leader, I'll be more business-focused. If I'm really struggling personally, I'll focus more on what my mind needs. I do this via Audible, or I do this via an actual book if I have my life together and get up early enough to actually do that. But the ones that I'm listening to and reading right now are The Emotional Incest Syndrome by Patricia Love for my personal, and then business is High Performance Habits by Brendon Burchard. So those are the ones that I'm going to be reading through the month of February. And my personal goal is I want to freaking be in the 130s. Dang it. That number has been avoiding me for months, and I keep sabotaging myself to getting to that point. So I want to be in the 130s and stay there in the month of February. So those are my personal goals. Now, the second area that you want to set goals in are Success Club. Success Club 5 should for sure be your non-negotiable for this challenge, because you know that you're going to support your team and show up for your team with Success Club 5, and that's a must hit for everyone, because we want to show up for, sometimes it's easier to show up for someone else than it is to show up for ourselves. So if I know that Emily and Laurel and Diana are counting on me, I'm going to go bust out my invites, because I don't want to be the one that lets them down. Or I want to be able to say, I gave it my all. If you don't reach your goals, you don't internalize that as you're a failure, but look back and say, I worked my butt off in February, and I'm so proud of that. And so that's our intention for February, is to be able to look back and say, I did things that were scary. I did things that were brave and outside my comfort zone, and I became a better leader. I grew personally. And in February, and when March rolls around, you look back on February and be like, man, I am so proud of that season of growth that I was in. So Success Club is part of that. What is your non-negotiable Success Club goal? So 5 is, I'm going to challenge each of you. 5, if you're a new coach especially, sounds a little bit scary. I'm going to challenge you to push for 10, because if you are working as if you want to hit Success Club 10 in the month, you are for sure going to hit Success Club 5. So make Success Club 10 your goal. Or more, whatever you want. So for me personally, I'm going to break down mine. So I want to hit, so what's interesting about my scenario is that I have a team I'm running for Team Cup under my business center, and then I have a team that I'm running under Team Cup under Donnie's business center. So I need to hit Success Club in both in order to show up for my team. That's actually what's interesting, is I would love to be able to earn 2 free Success Club trips. So to be able to have 4 people go on a trip and be able to gift that to my highest leader on the team. So if I hit Success Club in my account and his account every month, then I can ensure 4 spots on a free vacation. So that's my goal. So a combined SC50 is mine. I want to assign 10 new coaches, discount coaches or builders. I don't care. I'm not going to be picky. I want to help 3 or more of my coaches rank advance in February. So that's kind of how my big picture goal looks, and I'm going to show you how to break that down here in a second. So that's area number 2. Area number 3 is, what is your daily invite goal? What is the number that you must reach in your invites every day for you to go to bed and feel satisfied that you showed up for yourself and that you showed up for your team today? So kind of having a visual of what that looks like in your business, so that you know, okay, if I bust out my 10 invites or my 5 invites first thing in the morning, anything I get done later in the day is bonus. And if I find an extra pocket to bust out 5 or 10 more, then I can do that. But I at least know that I've hit my daily minimum goal for invites. The 4th area is, what will your business hours be? It's going to be very easy for every person on this call has an insanely busy schedule. We are all sometimes barely functioning at 8:30 at night. And so we have to be proactive about looking at our days and finding those pockets of time to maximize for your business. So for me, for example, I went and picked up lunch. My mom had the boys. I went and picked up lunch for myself, and I was literally in line waiting to order, and I checked in with all my challenge groups while I was waiting in line. So I had this 5 to 10 minute window of time that I could either sit there and scroll Instagram stories and zap all my time, or I could use that 10 minutes to invest in my clients, invest in my challenge groups, or send out some invites. But knowing what your business hours will be is going to be key, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to set that for me. So that's your 4th area. And then your 5th area is, what financial goal do you have for the month? So what difference do you want to make in your family's financial situation in February? Are you looking to help your family pay for a vacation? Are you stressed about groceries? What is it? What number would you, if you reach that number, what would that mean for your family, and what would that look like for, like, visualize that. If you earned an extra $1,000 in the month of February, how different would your family's finances be? How much debt could you pay off with $1,000 extra dollars? What would that mean? I know all of your scenarios. So what would that mean for your new house? Like, there's just so much stuff that your financial goal could impact, and keeping that visual in your mind of what it will feel like at the end of February to have reached that goal and helped your family to accomplish that. You're going to be so proud of yourself. So setting a financial goal, and then we're going to talk about how to backwards engineer that so that you can actually reach that financial goal during the month of February. So for me, so those were the ones that, my financial goal is I want to bring home $5,000 in February. That's a whole lot more than I usually make, so that's a hefty goal for me, but I want to, because my why is I want to be able to pay down some extra on our new car that we just bought. I want to finish paying off our Disney trip in the month of February, and so that's kind of my driving force. So here's how I broke it down for just the first week. I want you to sit down and write out your goals in these topics, and then I want you to break it down for week 1. What do you want to accomplish in week 1 so that you're going into February? We have so much happening in our team for you and your business to thrive. We have the flash sale that's going to be the first week in February. That's going to be kick butt. If you've never been in a flash sale, it is so much fun. We are all so jazzed. Was anybody on the flash sale last time? I know Laurel was. Diana. Oh, I remember. Diana was like, this is awesome. It was so much fun. So we've got flash sale coming up next week. We've got our self-love squad challenge that's coming up. So there's a great opportunity in our business to really focus that first 2 weeks on reaching all of our goals within the first 2 weeks. How awesome would it be to reach all of your goals in the first 2 weeks of the month and be like, have to up your goals because you've crushed it so much in the first 2 weeks. So for me, my week 1 goals would be to hit SC10 in my account and SC5 in Donnie's account by February 8th. So I put a time frame on when I wanted to accomplish that goal by, so that I knew that I was going to invite until I reached that first phase 1 goal in my business. So that was my my Success Club goal. The second one was I know that I need to invite 20 people a day for a strong start to the month. That's not attainable for me really long term. 20 invites is a lot of people to keep track of, but I know that I want to hit my goals early on in the month. And so I'm going to focus on inviting 20 people a day for a strong start. I'm going to focus 50% of that on previous client or previous interests. So follow-ups primarily, and then 50% of that is going to be new people that I'm going to be talking to. The next part is I commit to staying organized and reminding myself that I am in control of my overwhelm. It's very easy for me to kind of shut down when I get overwhelmed and withdraw, and I am committed to not doing that to myself and my goals this month, and I'm committed to not doing that to my teams. And showing up for myself in this business and with this team on these goals. And I will not let my overwhelm be something that dominates my mindset, because when I'm overwhelmed, I'm negative, I feel like a failure, and that's just this vicious cycle. So when I take control of that and say, you know what, I do a brain dump, here's what I need to get accomplished, let me mark something off the list that I can do right this second, and take control of that overwhelmed feeling. By hitting my Success Club goals, I will bring in $300. I will have $300. These are my goals. I will have $300 in reorders from old customers. I'll have $300 in team volume earnings, and then this will get me 1/5 of the way towards my goals for the month. So that's my week 1 breakdown. So I broke it down by commission, volume, all the things. The obstacles I face. I think it's really important for you to write out what are going to be the things that will hold you back in February, and go ahead and put a name to it and say, okay, overwhelm is going to be something that could hold me back. Fear of inviting, that's something that could hold me back. Not being organized, that's something that can hold me back. Being tired and self-doubt as a leader are the things that are my obstacles that I am going to be working through in the month of February. And I'm committed to plugging into my daily chats and sharing my trackers in order to work through all of that, and communicating with my pods when I'm struggling or if I'm having a hard day, because that's what we're there for. We're there to encourage each other. We're there to be leaders to each other. And sometimes a leader needs a leader. And so that's the beauty of a little pod like this. Okay, so that's how to set goals. We're going to actually share these in our group chats. It would take a decent amount of time to do it tonight on the call, and I know you guys are tired. So we're going to do it in the group chat, but I do expect a picture of your goals. Be thinking of your questions, because we're going to do questions here in a second. I want to go through a couple more things and then we'll wrap it up. So expectations for this week. I want you to look at your downline in your back office and analyze what a rank advancement would look like in your business. So what would be feasible? So for me, I actually haven't even thought about this. In order for me to advance to 3-star, I need to lock in qualifications with a 3rd diamond. So I would have 3 diamonds in the month of February. And so in order to do that, I need to look at my back office and my downline and see where that could potentially happen. If we can re-rank people, how that would work and how I can support them as a leader. For you, I want you to look at your downline and see where you're at in your current rank. If you are an Emerald coach, your next up would be Ruby. If you're a coach, your first up would be Emerald. So if you are looking to advance your business in February, especially if you're on the coach level, I am going to encourage you to put Emerald on your goal list, because it seems a little scary, but honestly, it's just signing up 2 people. You know, if you help 2 people and you sign them up as coach, you've reached Emerald and you got it in the bag. So look at your downline, figure out where your rank is, and then analyze where your next advancement would be in your business. Communication, we've already talked about that. The number 1 goal in this was to communicate together in this chat. That's really, at the end of the day, what matters the most to me, is that you're communicating. Sharing your trackers, committing to posting daily on your page, and doing scary things like inviting. So we talked about what you can do right now, your printer trackers. The other thing you can do is create your list of people to invite. We'll talk about that more later on in the week as we start heading into February 1st. But I think that's everything I have covered. Okay, so we're going to go over questions, feedback, comments, because I know everyone probably wants to go pee their pants right And that's okay. That's normal. I'm still pretty nervous about invites, says Emily. Oh, we've got a couple on here. Chelsea was first. One thing that scares me is that I send out a bunch of invites and I either get ghosted or I hear excuses that mean no. I'm not fearful of inviting. I'm worried I won't get enough yes responses to meet my goals. That's a really great feedback. So when I did Team Cup the first time, or maybe it was the second time, I don't remember, we did this thing called Go for No. So the purpose was, my intention was to get 100 no's. And we may actually, at some point do this, but there are teams that actually get on a live chat like this, they start working together and they race to see who can get 100 no's first. Within a certain amount of time. And so your focus shifts from, oh my gosh, this person didn't say yes, or oh my gosh, this person didn't sign up when they said, it immediately becomes, okay, I just got another no, check, it's another one on my 100 list. And so when you're doing that, you know that you're taking those steps to build your business and working towards those no's. So I take that approach a lot because it takes the sting out of people saying no, and it makes it more into a game, which I'm kind of into. So hopefully that helps. Emily says, I'm still pretty nervous about invites and what will people think when I invite them. I think it will be a huge obstacle for me. I really appreciate you sharing this, Emily. I think it will be a huge obstacle for me, but I have to start somewhere. I think that a lot of people, yep, Sarah, she's like, yep, I feel the same. A lot of people feel that way, and that is okay. And we know that within this team, there is no judgment for wherever you're coming at from your coach journey. The goal in February is growth and to lean into community and support. And so you are literally taking your personal goals. You have both thrived in challenge groups. And so we want to create an environment that you can thrive as a coach as well. And so part of what we are able to do is to encourage you and say, you know what? That person was not a personal attack on you. They weren't saying no because you're bad. They're saying no because they're not ready. And because this pod is in place, we can be that encouragement to you and say, girl, you are stronger than these fears. There's nothing wrong with what you're feeling, but what would happen if you changed your best friend so-and-so's life by sending them an invite and help you walk beside you as you conquer that fear. So it's normal. So we can talk one-on-one if you want to about invite goals and more about that if you need that. But we all have felt that, if not still feel that. So you're not, I still sometimes go into invites and I'm like, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And then it's like ripping a Band-Aid off, and the more I do it, the easier it becomes. So hopefully that was helpful. Allison mentioned, oh good, Allison mentioned the Go for No. Yes, let's do it. I love the idea. I'll upload the document into our chat so that you guys have that, because it literally is a bubble document that you X off every time you get a no. I don't want to miss anything else. If y'all want to unmute yourself, you can talk too if you want to. Okay, how do we get to Ruby? Allison. Okay, so Ruby is, I wish I had a visual of it. So Ruby is you're at the top, and Emerald is you have one coach here and one coach here. So you got you at the top, 2 coaches. Ruby is 3 coaches on one side and 3 coaches on the other side. But the kicker is that you've got an Emerald on each leg. So what that means is that you've got someone, so for your purposes, Allison, you've got Lisa as an Emerald. And then you've got, let's say, hubby as an Emerald. And so then you would rank up to Ruby. So you'd have enough people. That's kind of your next step. And that's why most people don't go straight to Ruby. They skip over Ruby entirely, because all Diamond is one more coach on each leg. So you have 4 on each leg, and then 1 of those on each leg is Emerald. And I want to challenge you, if you are, because we have a wide variety on this call. We have a lot of new coaches. We have a lot of kind of coaches who've been around for a little while and are like, I can feel the fire, and I'm pretty pumped about that. And so I want to challenge you, if you think that you can reach Diamond in February, I want that to be your goal. Allison just like stroked us. I want that to be your goal, because doing scary things requires you to push outside your comfort zone. And when you are able to get, what if you got to Ruby? What if you got one coach away from Ruby and all of the last 6 months you've been working to get to Emerald, and in February you got to almost freaking Ruby? How proud would you be that you accomplished that much? So I would encourage you to put scary goals on there if you're in that season of your business. I think we should all do things that are scary because that's where growth happens, but that's just a side note. Okay, so that was Ruby. What's the best way to expand your network of people to invite, particularly on Facebook? Great question. So for me personally, I focused on, well, first of all, I went through my husband's friends list and I friend requested every female that I could find on his friends list. So that was step one. Step two, I did have to ask though and make sure that there was no ex-girlfriends or anything on there, because I was like, if I friend request an ex-girlfriend, I'm gonna be so mad at you. So I did ask that first. But so I started with his page, then I went to my mom's account, and then I went to I didn't go to my sister's account because she's 21 and immature and I don't want her friends to join me. So you pick people that you connect with. Like maybe you have a client that is doing really well and they're rocking it and they bring you joy. Most likely their circle of friends is going to be someone that also brings you joy and that is also going to do well. So asking people for referrals is another way. If you have a current client database, go in and say, hey, I am looking to connect and reach an amazing goal this month. Can you support me? Do you know somebody I can talk to? And ask your current clientele to pay it forward with you. What you might find is that people are like, well, I want that commission. That's my friend. And you might find a business builder out of it. That's happened to me a time or two. So friends list of family, cousins, and close friends. That is how I start. And honestly, I literally just go to somebody's post and I look at the likes and the comments, do a quick scan of their page and add them as a friend and go from there. And if they friend request, or if they accept my friend request, great. If they don't, then we weren't meant to be friends in the first place. But make sure your profile is looking sharp before you send out a bunch of friend requests. So make sure that you put on your page, you have a health and fitness post, but you also have like a real life post. That way they know you're not just going to sit there and spam them, because they're going to analyze your page and decide whether they're going to accept your friend request or not. So that's how I usually do it. You can also run free groups and ask them to tag people in the comments in order to be added to the free groups. You can do that with giveaways. So if you wanted to give away a $25 gift card to Target, in order to win, they have to tag 3 friends in the comment. You go in and you add all 3 of those friends. So that's another way that you can kind of grow your network. That's a really great approach on Instagram specifically. Okay, let me make sure I got that. So talked about expanding your network. Talked about Go for No. I almost feel like it'd be easier to go diamond than ruby. It really is. I completely skipped over ruby. I actually know of a couple people on this call that I want to push to get to diamond in February. Okay, so a big obstacle that I'm going to have to overcome is being present. I'm terrible at posting daily on Instagram and Facebook. I think there's a lot of people that can relate to that, Jordan. Most times it's because I don't know what to put, don't want all of my posts to be the same, or I just put it off. I lack creativity with my posts and just give up instead. So number one, you're overthinking it. You just need to post. But a lot of that's going to stem from personal development. So whatever I'm feeling from my personal development, that's what I share about. And so you're going to find, if you do your workout, you listen to your PD while you're getting ready or on your commute to work. Your commute's like 45 minutes, isn't it? It's long. Okay. So you do your workout before you leave the house. You do 20 minutes of personal development in the car on the road, and you spend the next 20 minutes brain dumping in a note on your phone. Or you spend that 20 minutes sending a voice memo to yourself on Facebook Messenger, so that anything that you're thinking, you can then get out, and then on your lunch break, you have all this stuff that you can work from to create a post on your lunch break. Don't feel like you have to post You're up at 4:30 a.m. Do not post at 4:30 a.m. No one is going to see your post because they're not awake. So you have all of that, and then at lunchtime you can go back and post it. So that would hopefully help. We will hold you accountable to that though, because that's what part of the pot is going to be. Hey, did everybody put their post up for the day? Did we share our journey today? That's going to be part of it. And that accountability is key. Jordan, I feel the same. Wait, I misunderstood diamond. Chelsea's getting scared. I added a lot of people yesterday and got how do I know you message. First of all, why would you send a message? Take the time to send a message if you don't know the person. Just don't accept their friend request. I never have understood that. If I don't know you, I'm not going to accept it if I don't want to be your friend. Secondly, I will just lie. This is terrible. I will just lie and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Or I'll say, don't I know you? I feel like we go to church together. Or just make something up on the fly. It really doesn't matter. Or just delete and block them and you never have to deal with it again. I don't care what you do. But I literally have gotten that like maybe once a quarter. It doesn't happen super often. And it will never happen on Instagram. Very rarely. So hopefully that helps. Just make up a lie. Don't tell anybody I told you that. Okay, anything else? This is awesome. I love hearing from you guys and the feedback. And I think hopefully what you take away is that you're not alone in the fears that you're facing heading into Team Cup, that we are all going through this together. And we do have, the way that I paired up the teams, the teams are grouped into kind of coach seasons that everybody is pretty similar. So if you are walking through a certain season, most likely a lot of coaches on your team are also walking through that season too. And I did that intentionally, which is good. We can all push each other at the seasons of our business that we are. How do you avoid adding coaches on Instagram? Instagram is hard with that. I keep finding people to add and then realize that they're a coach. I wouldn't worry about it, because if they're going to take the time to look at your post and like your post, then they're going to boost your post up in the algorithm. So they would just be somebody that I wouldn't necessarily follow back and wouldn't pay attention to. So when I find the most coaches, my hashtags are usually way too generalized. So boy mom is going to have like 8 million coaches on it. Or, it's not specific enough to me. And so that's when I start to get the larger amounts of coach follows. So I would look at what your hashtags are, look at how you're finding those people, and then just don't sweat it. If they end up being a coach, just keep adding and keep growing your network from there. Any others? Questions? Okay, anybody want to share off the cuff about how they're feeling right now? No? Okay. It's okay. You guys did some great sharing in the chat. I really appreciate you opening up. And I know that there's some like nervousness, and I remember feeling a lot of that when so Laurel and I were on, that's actually how Laurel and I met. Our paths never really would have crossed had we not been put on the same Team Cup together. And the leader of that Team Cup is like so not my personality. She was like, she told us what we were going to do. As a new coach, I had never said, it would be like me telling you, Emily, you need to go invite 50 people tomorrow. And you would probably have a heart attack and die. And yes, exactly. And so that's what she did. Now, granted, I used it, thankfully, looking back, I'm surprised I did, but I was so ready to come home to my babies. I was like, fine, you tell me to do 50 invites. I'm not going to do 50, but I'll do 20. I can do 20 invites. And she really pushed us. But I never would have met Laurel if it wasn't for that Team Cup pod. And Laurel's become one of my best friends, and our organizations don't impact each other at all. And so Team Cup is a really beautiful opportunity for us to like become closer as a team. And that, I think, is one of the things I'm most excited about, because we have such new growth in our team, and I want us to come together as a unit and to feel supported. Okay, so Alex said, I have a friend who is continually trying to get me to join another company. I hate to say this, but I do not want to ask her or post the way she does, because she messages me 3 to 4 times a week. So how do I not become annoying? That is annoying. Don't ever message someone 3 to 4 times a week and harass them. Think about your story. Alex, everything that you have shared on your page has been authentic. There has not been a single thing about what you have shared to date that has been join me, has been here's my sale. Like, let me get your money. Let me sell to you. Every time that you've posted with authenticity, vulnerability, and you've been super raw. And people, if y'all haven't seen it, Alex's post that she posted this week she was so scared to do. It was her first like transformation pictures. And I know she was probably stroking out behind the scenes. But I encouraged her. I was like, you can do this. You can do this. She got so much love and support on that post. And so if you continue to share in that respect, you will not become your friend. And so if you continue to be you, share authentically, you're not going to even be remotely compared to her. And that's one of the things that we try really hard with our team to be, is connect with your story and share that, because that's what's going to be what draws your people in. Does that help? Hopefully. Okay. I'm nervous. I don't want to let my team down. I think we all feel that way. We all don't want to let anybody down, and so you're not alone in that. I don't want to let you guys down. The thought of having to hit these goals in 2 business centers, I'm like, but I know that I'm just going to work extra hard because I don't want to disappoint you guys. But we're all in that boat. Getting invites out, that's doable. Posting each day, I can do that. Having conversations about signing coaches, that makes my stomach turn and can't even tell you where to start. I appreciate your honesty. Okay, so there is a script that I have posted in the team page, but I will make sure to put it in the chat. If you don't see it from me, please someone just ask me for it, because I have mom brain times too now. It's basically, so my friend Brooke sent it to me, and the way that she words it is so awesome. She signs everybody up as a discount coach right away without even asking their permission, because what I found out is you can actually take, if you send somebody a coach enrollment in a challenge pack, they have the option to take the coach enrollment pack off, and it becomes a regular customer purchase. So in her message, she tells them that, and they have the opportunity to take it off if they don't want it. And that has really helped her. Let me see if I can find the wording, because it was really good. But you also get a fast start bonus when you sign up a coach right away with the challenge pack. So you get extra commission when you do it that way. Let me see if I can find it, because it was so good. If y'all have any other questions, put them on there. Discount coaches. Okay, I definitely need to find this. I'm sorry. Okay, well, I will send it to the chats, because she's my success partner, so we talk all the time, so I don't know where it is. But basically in her message, she said, hey, I just sent over your enrollment. I signed you up as a coach because I know that you like to save money. If you decide that you don't want to do anything recurring, there's no fees to cancel. Like, she explains all of it in her message to her client and tells them how to take the coach part off of their purchase if they don't want to do it. And so that's something that I want to implement. Oh, Diana saved it. It was really good. Will you please post it in the team chat? That'd be awesome. Because the way that she worded it was really fantastic. So I would use that approach. And people want to save money, and it's such a hassle to try and get them to sign up later with a $40 sign up fee and then have it refunded and all that stuff. So it's easier to do it right away. Leanne says, that's smart, because the girl I just signed up, I told her about the discount coach so she could get Shakeology cheaper, and she goes, not right now, thank you. That's normal. She'll fall in love with it hopefully over the next. That's why, as the coach, be checking in with her consistently behind the scenes, so that that she's drinking it every single day, so that she actually gets a true experience for what it can do for her body. Anything else? Anything else? Y'all see I get so sweaty and excited on these calls. Hopefully y'all all get to lead a call one day, and you get that way too. Okay, I think that's all. So what I'm going to do, I know this is a lot, I'm going to post a recording as well as my notes in the team page. That way you have them for making your goals. By end of day tomorrow, I want those goals shared in the chat. If you're still uncertain, I got some looks. If you're still uncertain about what you want to accomplish in the next month, shoot me a message. Let's talk about it privately. Let's brainstorm and figure out, like, what are scary goals? What are realistic goals? What are your non-negotiables? Like, let's work through that together. So it's going to be an awesome month. Who is scared? Who's scared? Everybody's scared. Okay. Who's also excited for growth? Yes. Okay, good.
Hey, Rachel.
Yeah, what do you need?
Are you going to post somewhere that list, like, of the different goals and stuff you want us to fill out?
Yes. Yeah. I will post it in the team page.
Okay, cool.
That way you can, and you'll see mine. That way you can kind of break it down by week as well. So we know what we're focusing on this coming week. So personally, what I'm doing in my business right now is I'm making a list of the people that I'm going to talk to when it hits February 1st. So when February 1st rolls around, and I encourage you to go ahead and start having conversations right now, because sometimes it takes a couple of days for you to go back and forth with somebody and them to think about it and say no or yes or whatever it might be. So the sooner that you start, the better. I'm making a list of people that I'm going to talk to about the flash sale. So anybody that tells you no between now and Monday, they immediately go on your flash sale list. Because on Monday, we can send a message, hey, haven't even announced this yet, but this is what's happening. Do you like a sale? And no dummy is going to say no to a sale price. So does anybody have any questions about the flash sale while we're on the topic? Anybody have questions about how that's structured? I did a live video, so hopefully that helped answer most of those questions. Alex,
is it going to be like a big discount, or is it like a coach's discount?
So what? I'm gonna mute you. It's the microphone. It's not you. But unmute yourself if you have more. So with the flash sale, let's say, I don't know what 2B Mindset price is going to be. Let's say it's still $160. So the $160 package, you get 2B Mindset plus Shakeology. That's the price that Beachbody has you pay. As a coach, we will offer a gift card incentive if they purchase within the 24 hours. So it will then take off an additional, the lower cost packages, we're going to decrease the amount of the gift card. But let's say for that package, we'll give them a $10 gift card. And then you're still making $30 in commission, even when you take away that $10 that you're going to pay them in commission. So you're still coming out on top. You're still, you're gaining a client. You're gaining an opportunity to have somebody who could reorder the next month. So it's totally worth that Amazon gift card or Target gift card. So that's usually how it's structured. The higher end packages will be a little bit larger gift card, like a $20, $25 if it's a really big one. I don't know what the prices are going to be for next month, and I won't know until the 31st. So until that happens, I will give you actual specifics of what every package is and then what the price would be for you for the gift card as well. Does that make sense? And you can tell your clients, hey, if you need to wait until your payday with Beachbody, say, I will get paid the commission check for this purchase on this date. You will be getting your gift card the next day or that same day. That way, if you need to be proactive and say, it's coming out of my commission, I need to wait a week, then that's okay too. Be willing to say that. You don't have to send it within 24 hours. What do you use to make your graphic for the flash sale? I like WordSwag. It's a free app, I'm pretty sure. And that one has a lot of really pretty pictures and all kinds of stuff. So WordSwag is a really easy one to navigate. Diana says, is it going to be the same packages as last time? It will not be as many things. Last time we did like beach bars and 3-day refresh and Shakeology by itself and all that. We might do beach bars and 3-day refresh, but we're not going to do the boosts. We're not going to do we'll be real selective about the things that we do that are not challenge packs, because I just wasn't sure that that was worth the effort of all of that. Does that make sense? But our focuses are going to be 2B Mindset challenge packs, 2B Mindset and BOD challenge packs, Transform 20 challenge packs with and without the step, and then regular Beachbody On Demand challenge packs. So those are going to be the ones that we'll emphasize during the sale, I think. If you have another one that you're really passionate about, let me know. I'm happy to throw it in there. Last time it was the launch of Lift 4, so we did Lift 4 and 2B, and that worked really well. So we'll do the same thing with Transform 20. So there will be a lot of options with that alone. Okay, good deal. Ladies, thank you for showing up tonight. Let's do a quick picture if everybody's ready. Everybody, make sure we look nice. None of y'all are sweating and red like I am, so. All right, y'all ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese. Let me make sure everybody's eyes are open. Everybody looks so pretty. Okay, awesome, and the team. Awesome job tonight. Guys, we're going to have an amazing February. It's going to be fun. It'll be scary, but we're going to be better together. So just don't forget that you're not alone in this and what you're feeling, okay? All right, have a good night, and we will talk soon. Bye, guys.